You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Saturday the 2nd of May, 2026. It is 43 days after the spring equinox. It is 50 days before the summer solstice. In today's episode, Spring Flowers, Good Housekeeping, The Loch Ness Creature, Peter and the Wolf, Osama bin Laden, and a niche holiday for gardeners. The sun rises today at 5:53 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:53 p.m. The sun sets today at 7:53 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 8:23 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 9 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes, 18 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waning gibbous phase and is 99% full at midday. The moon sets today at 5:45 a.m. and then it rises again at 9:20 p.m. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the early morning, low tide, 5:19 a.m., 12 centimeters. In the late morning, high tide, 11:35 a.m., 1 meter 43. In the evening, low tide, 5:19 p.m., 27 centimeters. At night, high tide, 11:39 p.m., 1 meter 68. In our shared realm of plants and animals, tulips this year have performed unevenly. Some have bloomed with enthusiasm. Others bloomed but quickly reached maturity and dropped their petals, and others still have refused to flower entirely. Perhaps the vigorous seesawing temperatures have been to blame. But the bearded irises have come into bloom, making a fine show in many front yards, and biennial sweet williams are full of flowers. Sweet williams are in the dianthus family, and so are related to carnations. Their petals with serrated tips show the family resemblance, but the flowers are smaller and present only one layer of petals. And in the wilder corners of parks and yards, wild violets are carpeting large areas with a spangling of tiny mauve flowers. Commemorations. On this day in 1885, the first issue of Good Housekeeping magazine was published in Holyoke, Massachusetts. At first it was a fortnightly, going monthly in 1891. Its offices moved to New York City after it was acquired by the Hearst Corporation in 1911. The Good Housekeeping Institute opened its experiment station in 1900, providing labs where scientists and experts could evaluate household products. And since 1909, the Good Housekeeping seal has been a guarantee that products actually delivered what was promised on their packaging and in their advertising. Happy anniversary to this invaluable consumer watchdog and resource. On this day in 1933, the Inverness Courier in Scotland published an account of a sighting of a creature in Loch Ness. A local couple reported an enormous animal rolling and plunging on the surface of the lake. The wider press picked up the story, and a circus even offered a £20,000 sterling reward for the capture of the beast. Needless to say, no one managed that feat. But the Inverness Courier had set in motion almost a century of speculation about Nessie. On this day in 1936, Peter and the Wolf by Sergei Prokofiev had its debut at the Central Children's Theater in Moscow. Based on a folk tale, it follows young Peter as he wanders in the countryside near his home and encounters a bird, a duck, and a cat. It culminates in his clever capture of a dangerous wolf, whom he then saves from hunters. Prokofiev's piece was designed to teach children about the instruments of the classical orchestra, and so Peter is represented by massed strings, the wolf by French horns, the bird by a flute, the duck by an oboe, and the cat by a clarinet. It has delighted children and adults for 90 years. Today is the anniversary of the killing of Osama bin Laden by American Special Forces in 2011. The mastermind of the 9/11 attacks and leader of al-Qaeda was located in his compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan, and in a surprise strike was killed. His body was seized and consigned to the Arabian Sea. Whether this constitutes justice or revenge, a legal act of war, or an extrajudicial assassination, we leave you to ponder. Today we wish a happy birthday to David Beckham, born this day in 1975 in East London. He has played for Manchester United, Real Madrid, AC Milan, Paris Saint-Germain, and LA Galaxy, and he played on the England national team at 3 World Cups, twice as captain. Happy birthday to David Beckham, one of the most prominent football players of his generation. Finally, this first Saturday in May is World Naked Gardening Day. It was founded in 2005 by Mark Story, a consulting editor for Nude and Natural magazine, and the permaculturalist Jacob Gabriel. In its early days, it involved guerrilla nude gardening in urban environments. Now, in its middle age, the holiday is a more staid affair. So if our listeners are sympathetic to naturism and gardening, and have a quiet, secluded space to indulge in both, today is the day to let it all hang out. And that is the Observatory, Saturday the 2nd of May, 2026.